Let's cool down with some yin yoga poses for summer. I'm Taylor, I'll be your guide today, and I recommend having 2 yoga blocks close by. I'll see you on the mat to get started. We'll start today seated in meditation pose, simply sitting with your legs cross-legged. I ask you or encourage you today to change the cross of your legs so the leg that you don't normally have in front is in front. If you have a block or a prop, you may want to sit up on this. This can help to elevate the hips, elongate the spine, so you can sit a little bit taller, have a little bit more length as you reach the crown of the head high towards the sky. Palms may come to face down on the thighs or palms up, depending how you're feeling today. Always the option to do one of each. And I encourage you to close down your eyes if that feels comfortable, or have a soft gaze just off the top of your mat. Imagine there was a weight attached to your tailbone that draws you closer towards the earth, so sit bones come to glue onto the mat. You are grounded here in stillness. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears, like they're dripping away, dripping off of something on a hot day. Rock your upper body back ever so slightly so your shoulders stack over your hips. And ever so slightly tuck your chin to elongate the back of your neck. Let your breath begin to fill your belly on each inhale. And deflate on each exhale. Slow down your breath and the effort that you're putting in right now to help you cool, to help you chill out for this practice. And as we move through today's class, I encourage you to explore where you can soften in your body even more. Notice where you hold effort and bring the softness there so that you can truly let go. Let go of any effort, any holding, to help your body be more at ease so it's not working quite as hard. And notice where your mind goes. Are your thoughts complaining about how hot it is, or maybe it's a rainy day? Perhaps they're running off with your to-do list for the day. Can you bring them here into this moment to experience the sensations you are currently feeling. How your breath is landing in your body in this moment. Five final breaths here. Gently flutter open your eyes or lift your gaze. Come forward so you're on your hands and knees in tabletop position. Maybe you choose to take a few rounds of cat-cow here to bring a little bit of prana, chi, energy, life force back into the body after that stillness. Or maybe you just settle here with a flat back just for a breath or two. Come on your mat so that you can reach your arms forward. Mindful to have your hips stacked over your knees. Begin to walk your hands forward as your chest melts towards the ground into melting heart. Know that you can always bring a block underneath your chest. Bring the mat a little bit closer to you. And you can bring your chin or your forehead down towards the mat. If you bring your chin down and you notice that that brings pinching into your neck, please release forehead to the mat. Spread your sit bones wide. And if there's any pinching in your lower back, gently hug your ribs together and pull belly button to back of spine. Notice if you hold tension in your feet. Maybe you give your toes a little bit of a wiggle to help you soften through the soles of your feet. And where are you still holding on? Where can you soften to release effort?
5 more deep breaths, breathing into your belly. Generously push into your palms as you lift your chest and walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Maybe you sit back onto your heels, interlace your fingers, and draw figure eights with your wrists. Or perhaps you do some more cat-cows. What is your body asking you for in this moment? It could always be stillness. And if you don't know, you just try. Come back onto your hands and knees so you can shift your feet over towards the side. Come to land on your sit bones, feet plant on the mat in front of you, and scoot yourself to about midway or a little bit closer to the top of your mat. Hands to the backs of your thighs as you curl your spine forward and slowly lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Arms come out wide into a T shape as you walk your feet towards your glutes. Push your feet into the mat so you can shift your hips over towards the left edge of the mat. Knees come in towards your chest, and then let your legs fall heavy over towards the right hand side. Always the option here to place a block underneath your right knee or between your knees. If you find that there's a lot of pull or if you're not touching, this can feel a little bit more generous on the back. And you have the option to let your gaze fall over towards your left fingertips, but only if this feels really nourishing for the neck. Imagine you are like, your torso is like a sponge in this pose. Just like a sponge, when you twist it, squeezes out all the water. In this pose, you squeeze out all the tension, all the heat. And your left shoulder pulls away from your left knee as you continue to squeeze, to twist, to release. Release your gaze back to center if it's not yet there. And allow your spine to unfurl so your back lands back on the mat. Feet plant as you shift your hips back to center. Reach your fingertips up towards the back of the room. Your toes point to the front. Take a big stretch here. Deep inhale. Open mouth, sigh it out. How does your left side of your torso feel compared to your right? And as we move to the other side, arms draw back to a T shape, feet back to the mat, hips over towards the right, and bring your knees in before you let them fall over towards the left. Perhaps your gaze looks over towards your right fingertips. And just because you did it on the other side doesn't mean you need to on this side. It's always nice to even out the body as much as you can, but if it doesn't feel great, don't do it. Same option for a block under or between the knees. And think about your right shoulder like an anchor, and your right hip and knee move away from this anchor. Can you slow your breath down? Maybe for a count or two longer. Take 5 more full breaths. See if your knees can get a touch heavier as they pull away from your right shoulder. Return gaze, then legs, back to center. Shift your hips back to neutral. Then draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug as you curl your forehead towards your knees. Take a deep inhale as you squeeze everything. Use effort. On an exhale, sigh it out as you fully expand out into Shavasana. Always the option to use blocks underneath your knees here. This can feel really nice for the hips and low back, reducing even more effort here. And palms may face up for more of a surrender gesture, or palms face down for more grounding. Let your body completely surrender any effort as it grows heavy into the mat. Almost as if you are melting into the ground, you fully give way to peace, stillness, ease. Let your breath become a little bit more full as it energizes your body. Maybe you rock your head from side to side. And give your fingers and toes a little bit of a wiggle. Roll out the ankles and wrists. And when you're ready, take a big stretch like you're just waking up for the day. Let it all go, sigh it out. Knees journey towards your chest. So you may roll over to your right hand side into fetal position. Take your time as you push yourself up. We'll meet in a comfortable seat with hands in prayer at our heart centers. And bow your head so your third eye meets your fingertips. And thank yourself for showing up on the mat today, for doing this act of self-love for your mind, body, and your soul. Lift your head back up. May you feel kind words. May you speak kind words. May you think kind words. Together, we bow forward and say thank you. I hope you're feeling plenty cooled off in your mind and your body. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I absolutely love to hear from you. I'll see you on the mat again soon. Have a fabulous day.